Today, we step into a forgotten chapter of history, a grand, abandoned French mansion that's remained untouched ever since 2008. Once the jewel of the Boudin family, its aura still resonates with the spirit of Mrs. Boudin. Amidst its remarkable architecture, 1,000 chairs stand as silent witnesses to countless whispered secrets. The mansion is a treasure trove of grand antique furniture, each piece holding its unique own story. The air is thick with the echoes of the French Revolution, kept alive through preserved war artifacts. As we venture into this realm of the past, each corner will unravel a new, intriguing tale. Welcome back, everybody. There I am, walking down the staircase of a grand abandoned mansion in France. This place has some marvelous rooms. Everything is left behind, and I think there might even be over 1,000 chairs in this place. We're gonna see it all in today's video, so I'm not gonna keep you waiting for any longer. Let's explore. For some reason, they've dumped a lot of furniture here. It's crazy. But actually some beautiful furniture in between there as well. I love this huge cabinets. It was actually for storing files and everything and documents inside. So it was probably one standing in an office. Also these beautiful coat racks that used to stand in this main hallway most likely. Still got a marble pillar over here. I can only imagine how it was once. A bust or a vase on top of it. Very grand. Look at this wonderful frame. Well, this is actually the main door of the place. As you can tell, it's completely barricaded. And this is also where I'm going to start today's video, to give you a good orientation of how this mansion is situated and how all the rooms are allocated. Now, I already told it to you in the intro, but some rooms are just cluttered with chairs all over the place. I want to try to make my way over here because there are also a lot of paintings. All right. Let's see if there are some nice works in between there. Wow. Most of them actually have to do with religion. Oh, this one is losing. Look at that. Carefully gonna put them back. Oh, and then right in front of me, there is a massive mirror. Have a look at all those details. It's impressive. Behind it, there is also a wonderful marble fireplace. You can barely see anything of that anymore. Well, definitely some black mold in this place as well. Look at that grand chandelier in the middle. Also pretty nice painting over there. All right. Now we come in this other little passage over here. Look how they've made this. You have a little reservoir with a sink down beneath it. Probably wash your hands and face here, I don't know. Cobwebs all over the place. Well, that's where we just came from. That's the main hallway where we started. And then right over here is another marvelous room. Check this out, guys. Taxidermy all over the place. Wow. It's incredible. Some really beautiful chairs as well. Completely upholstered. Very grand. Look at that. There's even a coat of arms and that leather cushion on the sides. Wow. Chairs are beautiful. Look at this fox and what's coming out of its mouth. That's pretty strange. Oh, and the wild boar above me. Wow. Got a very, looks almost ancient helmet over here. I think it was from a soldier. This could have even been from an admiral or something. Maybe during times of revolution. Those are definitely some really beautiful artifacts. Also over here, the gas mask. It shouldn't be left to rot there. It should be in a museum. Fireplace over here still includes all their tools. Over here they could put the hot coal inside. Wow. Look at this clock and its paintings. Even a duck over here. And then in the corner over here, we have again so many chairs. The only question I have is, why? Why, oh why? And also how? How did they collect so many chairs? Because this is not the only amount of chairs that we're about to find. There is way more. I've seen this before as well. I know that it could spin around, and I believe it was some kind of game. I've seen it also in Belgium before. Wow. The room from this perspective is incredible. The grand table in the middle and some wonderful wooden furniture. Some very tall windows, curtains and drapes. Another mansion that gorgeously sits in silence in rural France. Oh, look at this chair. I like it. All the ornate carvings on the woodwork. It's amazing. A hunting trophy over here. What would be inside? Oh my gosh. That's falling apart. Okay. Stay that way. Whoa, guys. Oh my gosh. Look in here. There is a human skull. It's a real skull, a human skull. That's the first time that I find human bones and a skull inside a mansion. Unbelievable. There are also some soldier helmets again. But the skull and the bones. Why is it in there? And what is it doing here? There is even a little light bulb inside this cabinet that would light everything up so you could see the objects better on display of the shelves. Oh. And this vase is absolutely marvelous. Incredible. Lastly, we got this cabinet right in front of me. Hopefully when I open its doors, this will not fall apart. Wow. Have a look at that. Plates over here. We got all these tiny things that were for salt, pepper, sugar. I don't even know what all those little things were for. For an egg over there, an egg holder. A lot of their crystal. The entire collection is still pristinely standing on those shelves. Truly fascinating. And also down here, we got all their chinaware and plates. Okay, let's continue our adventure in this truly opulent mansion. can go down the stairs over here. I just firstly want to explore this level before going upstairs. Oh, now this is truly primitive. One of the very first toilets. That's crazy. You only sometimes still see this in France or in some very old buildings. Oh wow, we got another room right over here. Have a look at that. I think this was the living room of them. There was a fireplace, just some chairs. I think the room where we just were was more of the grand room where they had dinners, invited their guests. And I think the room where all the chairs were located was some kind of parlor where they invited the guests before directing them to the rest of the house. Got this hidden door over here. Well, it's mostly for some storage. There are a lot of boots on the grounds. A lot of brushes as well. And some cleaning products in here. This looks a little bit like clothes wall covering. What are all those things? This looks like a spinning wheel. But what's this device over here? Looks like they could play a game or something with this. We have some letters over here. Well, I see a date 2005. But the letters are all blank. At least. We have a letter over here. Madame Boudin. But that was not the woman that lived there. This was a letter from the people that lived there to Madame Boudin. Oh, I might have a name over here. Tati. Well, this is a letter from Nicole, but it's again to Madame Boudin. So maybe Madame Boudin was the woman that lived here. Maybe I will find some other letters along the way. I love this room. The red colors on the wall over there. We have some more spinning wheels. This was how life, daily life and civilization once looked back in the day. Oh, look at this kind of artsy ornaments of a hedgehog. Dutch style with a windmill. Looks like over here you could also put some paperwork and documents inside. Got some antlers on top of the fireplace mantle. A tea table over here in the middle. Well, what would be inside of here? Let's find out. Aha! This was definitely the room where they used to sit down and, yeah, enjoy a nice glass of liquor.
Did you see the Dutch drink?
Dutch drink. Oh yeah, that's a typical Dutch liquor. It's Genever. And this is a typical French one, Cointreau. I don't know what's inside here, by the way.
It's all empty.
Well.
Except that.
Still a nice desk over here. I found 2005 over here. On this calendar it says 2003. There are even still some smoking pipes between here. Old push dial phone. It's quite strange there is an office desk over here, because then they would not only use to relax in this room, but also do some work back in the days. And again we have a spinning wheel. And this little ornament with another spinning wheel over here. Well, there is another way to go to the upstairs here. But there is firstly another area that I want to point out. So let's head into this direction. And have a look at this. Got a wonderful traditional kitchen over here. With on the left side, a massive inglenook fireplace. You can still smell some of the ashes of the last time that they burned the fire here. It's always quite crazy how the smell can actually remain in there for such a long time. And also over here, all the tools in the fireplace are still present. Actually, in here are some matches. At least they're quite long ones. Yeah, look how long those matches are. On top of here are some jugs. Well, I cannot twist this key anymore, so I'm afraid we will never know what's inside of here. But there's again some very nice carvings. Sink over here. There's still some water coming out. Also a lot of dead spiders in here. Quite big ones. Wow. Take a look at this section. The vases on top, all the jugs. All the artisanal kitchen amenities. Some spoons and all those other pots. Beautiful. sink we have again one of those water reservoirs with a sink right down beneath it. And also over here are again so many pots and vases. There are a lot of them in the kitchen. That's closed. Alright, so then we're going to head in the next direction. Behind this door is another entire section of this floor. And you can already guess it. Yep. There are more and more chairs cluttered all over the place. It's crazy. What on earth do you need? Why would you need so many chairs and earth? Why? Maybe they did something with crafting, wood crafting with chairs or something, I don't know. Well, they closed this off pretty well. This mostly looks like a barn in the basement area. Oh yeah, still a lawnmower over here. This was definitely their little barn. And then from here, we can go upstairs. So this is the point where I'm going to go upstairs to find out what's left behind on the other level. Some spinning wheels again. That's another thing they truly collected. Oh my. Another room filled with chairs. And there's more. Way more. It's crazy. I gotta nickname this place the Mansion of Chairs. There are probably like almost 100 just in this room. Chairs in all different shapes and sizes. It's crazy. I think I've never seen so many chairs in one place. At least not in just a mansion or a living house. Well, over here are no chairs for a difference, but the boiler. Let's see if there's anything interesting over here. This looks like a table where they would sketch some things out, like an architect often also has it, or maybe an artist. Polaroid camera. Oh, look. It's actually a castle. Wow. And I've just seen the name of Mrs. Boudin. Her name is Françoise. So it was Mrs. Boudin that lived there. Probably together with her husband, but I think she was the last person that was alive and her husband already passed away. There were so many rolls over there. Maybe they did something with architecture, designing. Ah, well, you got a bathroom over here. Still their grooming products are standing here. And a very nice bathtub. Have a look at that. We've seen it before with those spa-like things where it's standing on. Very nice. Wow. Are those real tiles? Oh no, it's just a wallpaper. But this is the staircase that we've just seen from the red room going upstairs. So let's follow it to here. We have a little door. Oh, it's actually a window to the outside. Some signs of collapse over here. I'm wondering where it's exactly coming from. Oh, we have another toilet. And have a look at the wallpaper in here. Really unique wallpaper. With so many different sketches and caricatures. By the way, is this the way you had to flush the toilet? Yep, I think that was the toilet flush. Oh, there are even some other stairs over here. It's going up. Of course, we haven't seen them enough. We got some more chairs. And some more chairs and mattresses dumped all over the place here. Well, you can tell the decay is very advanced in this part. But anyway, let's head back down. Because we still have some incredible bedrooms and everything to see on this floor. Let's see what's in here. That's a very little storage part. Oh wow. This bench over here is beautiful. But actually when we did a walkthrough of this place, when we just got in, I tried to open this door. It's another door. There is definitely a room behind it, but I couldn't manage to open it. So unfortunately we will never know what's behind there. Oh, this clock is incredible. Wow, this is true art. I love it. Such a shame that it's standing on the ground. Oh, look at this. Got a beautiful, untouched bedroom in here. Bed's still made up. It's crazy. Also a huge carpet on the ground. This beautiful little chair. Also have a look at these candle holders. Well, there's something over there that I cannot show. It's unborn. You can also clearly see the decay over here. All the dirt, cobwebs, and decay. There still be some clothes in here. Come on, it has a key. Oh, well, and here are definitely still some clothes. Unfortunately, I cannot open up the main section with the mirror of this wardrobe. Even two more hidden chairs in here. Some other tiny frames. And then I think we saw everything in this room. Finally, there is also a crucifix above the bed, which clearly shows the importance of faith back in the 18th, 19th century, which I assume is the time period that this mansion was constructed and first lived in. Oh, wow. Take a look at this. This is the main stairwell of the place. That's the stairs where I start the introduction, leading to the main hallway downstairs. And currently we are on the second floor. Of course, some more chairs again. Why not? Oh wow. And then you can already see on the left and the right sides that there are two different bedrooms. Let's firstly go to the left one. Oh, I love this statue. Wow. I believe it's a bronze statue. I'm also definitely in awe with the bed. I just love French antiques. I gotta turn those pages around. That's nasty. Alright, now I can show you this desk. Let's see what date it's saying over here. 2008. So I already found 2005, now I found 2008. I believe this place is definitely already abandoned for at least a decade. Also seeing all the mold in this place. Wow. And both beds had this bench standing in front. Oh wow. And have a look at the lamp. It's actually very Portuguese style. That's incredible. Now, can I open this up? I believe I can. Oh, a lot of shoes in here. And also a lot of clothes and shirts. Really wondering who the last generation was that used to live here. Then we're going from the one bedroom to the other one right next door. Incredible. I particularly love the wallpaper in here. Wow, take a look at those artifacts. Even this little telescope over here. A wonderful clock again with some iron statues on top. This National Geographic magazine is from the year 2000. 2008 is still the last day that I've seen in this place. Take a look at this. I believe this is used in fencing, in a sport, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's quite unique. Something you don't often find in an abandoned place. I've only seen it one time before. Also in France, by the way. Oh, this mirror is definitely something unique. If you even look on top of there is a little door. Probably for some storage of some pillows or some blankets when they were cold. Tennis racket in there. Some more clothes. I also love the sofa. Poor. Big dominant room again. No, I'm not gonna open up this door. There's just some clothes in there, but I don't want to destroy the cobweb. For me, that's just a sign of respect that I have for this place. I just want to preserve it the way it is, including the spider webs. Let it just be abandoned this way and appreciate it, and also keep it the same for everybody. Well, finally, we have one other level to explore. So let's walk up the spiral staircase. Oh, also have a look at the roof. Beautiful natural light is falling through that window. All right, the final floor. Got another bedroom over here. What's this book? Album, Historic and Geographic. Oh, it's a collection of some postage stamps. They collected postage stamps in here from all over Europe. It's not very complete, but still quite cool. Look at this over here. Still got, it's a pen, but it's decorated with a feather. It looks very old-fashioned. Well, looks like the Yellow Jackets have also been here. Those are actually two urban photographers from Portugal. This used to be a doll, but it was made out of porcelain and it's broken. Oh, there's even still a sparrow next to the bed. And a statue. Oh, this used to be a closet. It's very dirty inside. Oh, I cannot even go inside here anymore because there is just so much stuff. Tiles away are all loosened. Let's see what's inside here. Oh, there are a lot of books. All right. Well, in here there's some more storage. We have a letter again from 1977. Unfortunately, it's all written in French. My French is very basic. I can read and understand a little bit, but I'm definitely not a native speaker. Now the final room in this grand mansion is this one. There were quite some bedrooms in this place, to be honest. I love the bench again as well, that's standing right in front of it. There's even a little school board with a school desk. I've seen this before in French castles and mansions, that on the final floor there was something where the children back in the days got their education. It's not the first time I'm seeing this. Also a lovely chair over here as well. And that's number 1000. Nothing inside here. And finally there was one little area attached to this bedroom. We have the zipper wardrobe, but there are only some pillows inside. And finally this chest. Would it finally be time that we find some gold? Nope. Just dirt. Solely dirt. And that's where I'm gonna conclude today's exploration. Another wonderful mansion that's just sitting in silence in rural France. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I want to thank the Boudin family that used to live here. It was beautiful to see and go back in time, see the history, see the antique furniture, and do all of this, of course, together with all of you. Now, if you enjoyed it, as always, all I want to ask you for is supporting me by smashing the thumbs up button. Also leave a nice comment down below in the comment section and hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. If you want to support me on my travels, there is also a little link down below in the comment section to a Patreon page and a PayPal link. And then as always, I want to say merci beaucoup et à la prochaine fois. Thank you and see you at the next one. Peace out.